Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be planting out some store-bought garlic. Now the reason I bought store-bought is I'm a bit late on the garlic, but I should still be fine because we've still got plenty of frost days left, and they need some frost to split the cloves. But the reason I bought store-bought is because I went to buy some and they didn't have any left. Except for a few which were a bit squidgy and horrible. So I've just bought 4 store-bought garlics. I'll show you there. So it's just standard garlic you buy. I think these are from Aldi or Lidl. The only problem is these were grown in Spain, so they may not be ideally suited to our climate, but they should be fine. So all I'm going to do is split these cloves open. I should get quite a few cloves from these bulbs, so we'll do that, and I'm going to plant them in the end here of this bed. I've also picked up some more onion sets, so these are red ones, Red Baron onion sets, so those should be quite interesting, so I'm going to put them in somewhere as well. So if you stay tuned, I'll get back to you in a second and I'll show you what I'm up to today. Okay, so this is our garlic, which I picked up from the supermarket. They're not bad. I don't know what variety it is or anything, but it should grow perfectly fine. And there's nothing wrong with doing it this way. Save you a bit of money if you buy it from the supermarket instead of buying specific varieties. Um, Obviously, it's better to grow specific ones because then you know what they are, and you can guarantee they're disease-free and stuff. But in a pinch, you can use store-bought by all means. There's no problem with that at all. So we'll just separate the cloves from the bulb. So we've got 3, 4, 5, maybe about 10 on each thing. So I'll bring them over to show you. And these are the bits that you plant. And that bit at the bottom there is the root. Pointy bit is the top. So it's basically the same as planting the onion sets. So I'm just going to poke some holes and bury them a couple of inches under the soil. So I'll get the rest of these split, and then I'm going to plant a few rows of them along here. Just poke some holes into the soil along here and plant the cloves in. Alright guys, so I'm just going to give this a real quick rake over. Just level it off a bit. I'll just do this bit here quickly. Okay, then all I'm going to do is same with the onion sets. Just got a stick, and I'm just going to poke in some holes to plant the garlic into. So I'm aiming for a couple of inches deep, and I should be able to get 3 rows in here. About 6 inches or so apart. So we'll just do 6, and then I'll get the rest done. So I managed to get 30 from them 4 cloves, 30 decent sized ones, and the little tiny ones we'll just eat. Take them indoors and we'll use them. So like I said before, the flat bit on the bottom there is where the root will come out, and this pointy bit here is where the shoot will come up. So just plant them in the holes. Try and get the root end down. And then we'll cover them over, so I'll get the rest done. So we've got 6 in there. I should probably get these in half here, and then I'll put onion sets in the other half. So I'll carry on, see how far up the road we get. Okay, so that's all 30 garlic cloves planted in there. So it's almost finished off this bid. Got a little gap at the end there, so probably put a few onion sets in the end there, and then probably have some left. So whether or not I plant some out here or try some in containers or something, not sure yet. All that's left to do now is to cover these over. So we just push a bit of soil on top of them, and that's all there is to it. So I'll go cover the rest of these over, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, so that's all the garlic planted. So we've got 30 garlic in that end bit there, and I've just planted 9 of these Red Baron onion sets in the end here. So I've just got to cover them over, and I've also just noticed that this has started sprouting. This was just I think it was a raspberry that I just popped in there at the end of last year. So that'll be interesting. We'll see if that carries on growing. It should do. So I just got to be careful not to yank it out thinking it's a weed at some point. Okay, so that's all them planted in there. So we've got this whole bed here is that's all white onions along there. Can't remember the variety now. Garlic in that section, and a few red onions in there. And I've still got plenty of these onion sets left over. So I've got to figure out something else to do with them. So whether or not I plant another row somewhere, I'm not sure yet. Anyway, figuring that out in a minute, and I'll go back to you. Okay, so I finished planting the onions and the garlic. The store-bought garlic. I've just put these little markers in, just written on them what they are. And all I'm going to do now is I've got some marigold seeds from last year. See, there's a seed head. So inside these is absolute hundreds of these marigold seeds. So I'm just going to broadcast them across this whole bed, and they're really helpful for the bees, and the slugs like them, so they deter the slugs from eating the other stuff. So rather than growing them in pots and planting them out, I'm just going to broadcast these across there, and what comes up, and what doesn't. So I'm just going to sprinkle some across all of here. The wind will move them around, and the rain will settle them into the soil. So wherever they come up, they come up. They're a beneficial plant anyway, so nature will take care of it. Hopefully they'll all grow. Anyway, so I think that's about it. I'll just take you over. Okay, so this is just for my own records as well. So in this bit here is white onions. Can't remember the variety, but I would have said in my last video, hopefully. Doesn't really matter to me anyway. That side is the store-bought garlic, and that little bit at the end there is the red onions. The variety of them was barren, so that's all done, and I've broadcast some marigold seeds across there. I did also broadcast some onion seeds, so whatever comes up in there, I'll be able to recognise it when it comes up anyway. I don't think there's anything much else to show you. I have been round and pruned all of my fruit, so everything's pruned back. Grapevines, the figs, goji berry there, blueberry. That was a Chinese berry thing, can't remember the variety. All my other trees and that, all I've done with these is just knock the top off, just to stop it growing so tall. Same with the cherry, because it's not the right time of year to prune these properly. So I just want to keep them under control because they're all in containers. Same with the kiwi and my currants. I've just given them a little prune, and hopefully we'll get some nice fruit off of this lot this year. I'm thinking I might have to rearrange some of this because I don't get much light over here because of all these trees around here. But that'll be for a later date. So other than that, there's not much else going on at the moment. Snowdrops are just about coming to the end now. See, that whole bank was covered in them. Nothing in the big bed over there yet. I have got to dig it through a bit better, but hopefully it'll break down nicely before spring comes. Saying that, we're actually in spring now. It's the 3rd of March. The rhubarb seems to be doing a bit better this year. So it didn't really like being moved last year, and it kind of died off a bit, but it has come back this year. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. Haven't sown any other seeds yet. We're due some snow next week, so hopefully that'll be good for the garlic. And all my trees and that have been pruned as well. I'll do a separate video on my trees. All grown in containers and pots. There's loads of different types, which I've salvaged throughout the years from various garden clearances, and a lot of these have also grown from seed. So I will do a separate video on them. The herb planter, I've just cut back stuff a little bit. You can see the chives over there starting to regrow, and it's partially coming up all over the place. But I need to clear that out. I need to get everything out of there. Put some nice fresh compost in and then replant everything. But again, that'll be another video. And the greenhouse is still a mess, and it's still full of trees at the moment. All my Japanese maples and that are just sheltering in there. They don't do too well with the really cold temperatures that we get here in Wales. Anyway, that's about it for today, guys. Okay, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to subscribe, please do so. Any comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps out my channel. If you could share the video as well, that really helps. But there's no pressure, you don't have to. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated on everything that we've sown in this bed. And as soon as I'm ready to start planting some seeds, I will make another video. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one, guys. Hope you all have a great week. See you later.